Go.
We're a bunch of pussies and traitors.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Fernando Rivera Jr. here with the Common Sense and Random Shit Show. Your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-convict Yessie up there says that, And this is your source for nonsensical exploitation. Sometimes. Depends what I can find to share. Yeah, anyway. Antifa. More than just an idea. I'm just saying that's what, the left explains Antifa to be, an idea, no leadership. We see it. We see through it. The bullshit, because it is what it is. I'm just saying. Check out this first coverage, USA Today, or explanation of what Antifa is. You think they're a little biased? Maybe. Let's see. Check it out. Just saying. Actually, I got to remember this video is of Jesse Waters, I believe, the other day. This woman went undercover to genders with Antifa. Check it out.
Carlin Borisenko is an undercover investigative journalist for Decode the Left who's infiltrated these terror cells. Carlin, tell me about how these people train. They look pretty militaristic.
Yeah, absolutely. They do have sessions where they bring in people with military experience. Anti-war is a very big thing for Antifa, so they do hand-to-hand combat trainings. I was just undercover with them in New York City over the weekend, where they had a whole self-defense class where they were teaching people how to violently, confront the police, but also defend themselves if they needed to be put in that position.
And why do they always get out of jail so quickly? You see all these people get popped, they get bailed right out, and charges never stick. How is that?
Well, Antifa, actually, they train people on how to get arrested. And it's interesting with far left subcultures because they actually volunteer to get arrested and go through this type of training where they are provided legal support, they are provided lawyers, they are provided all of this stuff with mutual aid. And so as soon as they get arrested, Antifa basically goes down to the jail and they bail them out, and they are all set up with a lawyer and ready to go. So they plan all of this stuff out ahead of time, and they have the resources set up for people to be able to be taken care of.
Yeah, I mean, obviously someone's paying for their legal representation. What is the core mission of Antifa? Is it anarchy? Are they anarchists?
Yeah, Antifa are anarchists. Their primary goal is the violent overthrow of the federal government. I cannot emphasize this enough. We've been hearing a lot of talk about civil war over the last couple years between Democrats and Republicans, red versus blue. I firmly believe that the real civil war we have coming is the radical revolutionary socialists and communists in Antifa versus the federal government. That is their goal. That is their only goal. And people need to start taking this problem very, very seriously.
All right, what do I have to say about that? Well, I got to tell you, she said that the Civil War is going to be against Antifa, bunch of pussies, and the federal government. I don't believe that. I believe it's going to go a little further than that. There's going to be an uprising in patriotic Americans, and them being designated as a terrorist organization is not helping them in any which way, shape, or form. It's helping us. Talk about opening up a can of whoop-ass. Especially in Florida, let them try to come here. Just saying. Now, as I was saying in the beginning, because I kind of forgot what video I was talking about, this is a video. Where is it? Where is it? USA Today. To them, what is Antifa? We'll see.
Antifa stands for the anti-fascist movement. It's a leaderless group of like-minded individuals and groups, primarily from the far left. Trump administration officials routinely blame the group for stoking violence towards conservatives.
problem we have is on the left.
Antifa groups have existed for decades in the U.S., but more recently rose to prominence after the 2017 far-right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, during President Donald Trump's first term in office. Since then, Antifa groups have clashed, sometimes violently, with right-wing groups like the Proud Boys. But according to a 2021 report by the Program on Extremism at George Washington University, violence committed by Antifa groups, quote, pales in comparison to other extremists. Trump says he is designating Antifa as a major terrorist organization following the September 10th slaying of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, despite having no confirmed links between Kirk's accused killer and the group. Antifa refers to anti-fascist individuals who, quote, view themselves as part of a protest tradition that arcs back to opposition groups in Nazi Germany, according to the independent research arm of Congress, the Congressional Research Service. The CRS says some Antifa tenets, quote, can echo the principles of anarchism, socialism, and communism, but generally followers also tend to support a broad range of other causes, from gay rights to climate activism.
No leadership. Bullshit! I'm calling bullshit. We see it. Come on. Everything has some type of leadership. Everything. The gang I was involved in, gangs on the streets, police department, everything has some type of leadership. There's no way in hell we don't see through this bullshit. You know, they got literally professional designs, posters, flags, supposed training, as the woman said in the video with Jesse Waters. I could only imagine what kind of self-defense these cornballs are taking, but it's whatever. And, you know, what cornballs are involved, but we'll see. We're not there yet. There's a couple of videos I got to share, especially Carl Higbee. I got to love this guy. But open up that can and whoop ass. I'm just saying, I keep saying it, and I'm going to say it again. They're a bunch of pussies and terrorists and traitors, because they are. And Glenn Beck, very interesting video, a couple minutes, but interesting take. And I literally just subscribed. I don't know why I haven't subscribed to his channel in a long time. I've watched a lot of his stuff, good conservative. But check out Glenn Beck and what he's saying. Facts.
Let me talk to you a little bit about Antifa. Antifa has finally been put on the terror list as a terrorist organization. I want to get into this, what it takes to be a terrorist organization, but terrorism is a word that just chills you to the bone, or it should. The Department of Homeland Security lays it out clearly. Terrorism is the unlawful use of violence or threat of violence to intimidate or coerce a civilian population, influence government policy, or affect the conduct of government through destruction, chaos, or fear. That's the standard, okay? I think that's really clear. To affect the conduct of government through destruction, yep, chaos, and fear. Now ask yourself, this is not going to be hard. I'm not going to give you a lot of time to answer this question. Does Antifa fit that description? You knew the answer before I finished the question. Yes, it does. Look at Portland. For years, we saw coordinated campaigns where so-called anti-fascists brought not arguments, not debate, but weapons into the streets. They occupied and shut off the FBI in their own headquarters. Do you remember that? Nobody did anything. They bring bricks and Molotov cocktails, fireworks that are aimed at police precincts and federal courthouses. Businesses have been looted and burned, neighborhoods terrorized, whole blocks were seized and declared autonomous zones, places where the law had absolutely no authority. Now, is that a peaceful protest? No, that is the textbook definition of using intimidation and violence to advance an ideology and intimidating the government to do what they want it to do. Now, DHS says that terrorism does not require an international connection. Homegrown extremists fall under it as well. But the criteria is really important. Ideologically motivated violence. Now, Antifa's stated mission is to dismantle systems of oppression, But the tools they use are firebombs and street beatings. Targeting systems, civilians, officials, or institution. Well, they've assaulted journalists, shopkeepers, police officers, and city employees. In Portland, they surround the federal courthouses night after night with the explicit goal of driving the government authority out and burning the place down. The intent to intimidate or coerce. Ask any small business owner who had to hang a "We support BLM" sign just to avoid their windows being smashed if they felt coerced. That is textbook definition of terror.
Thank you. Wow. I did it again. I forgot to turn the mic on after the video. Thank you, Michelle. If it wasn't for that, I should have had my headphone on. Poop my face. That is what I call a tremendous poop in my face. It's not. I haven't done that in a while. I finally did it this time, I guess. But anyway, the first video I was saying, when the person from the USA Today said, seriously, Michelle, thanks. It's the first time somebody actually told me, mic is off, bro. Mic is off. But USA Today narrator, whoever this person is, doesn't realize that there's internet, there's videos, there's proof out there that we are not. I'm laughing about this. I can't believe I did that. The extremist violence is far away from the other side. We know it's bullshit. I feel like an asshole. I did the mic thing again. I can't believe it. She saw the oh shit. That's funny. Sorry, live. Fupa. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna mess up. It's been a while since I did a mic thing, but whatever. Poop my face. That's what I say. But anyway, at least you got to hear the videos. That they kick me dumb, I guess. Yeah. Cara Higby. Another great one. Always passionate. This was, I believe, from Friday. I'm pretty. I can't believe I did that again. Yeah.
Told you about Trump designating Antifa as a terrorist group, and as I started to go down the rabbit hole on who really makes up Antifa, despite what the internet says, that Antifa isn't, they're trying to make it not a formal organization. It actually is. And here, this is from the ADL. I mean, we know the left loves to cite their very one-sided data on right-wing political violence, so that's the rule. We have to accept them as a credible source, right, Libs? That's how it works. So ADL says, quote, Antifa adherents focus on countering right-wing extremists both online and on the ground, citing them as an actual group. They're acknowledging they exist. But who who makes up Antifa, and even more important, it's actually a series of subgroups that we found some were pretty disturbing, like the Socialist Rifle Association. It flies the Antifa flag, now with their about page stating, "We are an organization dedicated to educating on and advocating for all aspects of self and community defense."
The Trump presidency and seeing how like Trump emboldened literal Nazis, literal fascists.
Okay, they actually have 10,000 members, according to their claims. 10,000 of those people you just saw. To think Trump is like somehow inspiring Nazi fascists all over the country. I mean, like, who could possibly have guessed where they got that idea from?
Do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do.
Fascism.
Fascist.
Racist nationalism.
Fascist dictatorship.
Rise of fascism.
Fascist dictator.
Fascism.
No one has ever been more dangerous to this country than Donald Trump, and he is a fascist to his core.
I mean, I couldn't imagine where they got that notion, right? What's even crazier is that Biden spent his entire presidency warning us that militias are bad and have no place in America. Democrats even proposed a bill to ban militias, which totally tracks since they haven't read the second sentence of the Second Amendment, the part about arms. They darn sure haven't read the first part about militias. Literally the first sentence, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms. All three of those things shall not be infringed. But I digress. Now, while Biden was cracking down on anyone on the right, I mean, like anybody who even dared to really buy a firearm, we know we were all put on watch lists because of this. These people, these leftist lunatics, were literally building a 10,000 person militia and thanking Biden, ending their logo on the front screen of this right here, the Socialist Rifle Association. They were literally arming inspired by this.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
And the basis for this socialist militia, they literally say it.
Our government thrives on inequality, and it is a white patriarchal system. It is racist, but for the first time in decades, we had a president who was not afraid to speak out against some of our biggest social justice movements that were happening in America at the time.
That's like the first interaction he's had with anybody where he hasn't asked after they want fries with that. This is the membership base, though. These are the people. They live in this like false reality. And I don't know if they have some mental problems or actually have convinced themselves that these things are real. But I mean, look at this.
We were living in Elkton when I first took him shooting, and I was noticing a lot of Nazis. I was up there doing home energy audits, you know, so I was in a lot of people's houses, and I was in a lot of neighborhoods, and I was in a lot of bad neighborhoods. And there were a lot of Confederate flags and a lot of swastikas.
I'm going to take things that didn't happen for 500. I mean, keep washing that salad. She's from Elkton, Maryland, which is just so happens to be north of the Mason-Dixon line. Ain't a lot of Confederate flags up there, but this is like suburban America. This is right off I-95. So when she tells me that she went into houses and saw like Confederate flags and swastikas, I call BS. Look, as you can imagine, I get to meet some very right-wing people being in this role here, okay? Like I hunt all over the South, and I have never seen a swastika flag in anyone's home ever. I would also kind of like to remind her in relation to her fake La La Land story that as recently as 2020, states like Mississippi flew the Confederate flag as part of an official state flag ensemble. South Carolina was up until 2015, Georgia until 2001, just for the culturally illiterate woman who's washing a salad that she's going to pretend to eat.
Carl Higby, retired Navy SEAL. Salad, she's going to pretend to eat the other guy. It's cool people like us, because, you know, I consider myself a little cool. They're cornballs. Every single one of them. They're flipping, try not to swear, cornballs. Imagining they're crazy, just insane. And now they're a terrorist organization. Aw. Just saying. Yeah, anyway, before I go on to the last thing, which is going to be surprising, check it out. Make her famous. Someone has to know who this is. Insane leftist yells, "I hope your baby dies," to a pregnant woman leaving the Charlie Kirk Memorial event. Disgusting.
I hope your baby dies.
Oh my God, that was
If you have to wish unaliving on an unborn child to get your point across, then you have lost the plot. I hope people got videos of your face. I hope this spreads all over the internet. I hope that people find out who you are. We just watched Erica Kirk forgive the person that did that to her husband, Charlie. And that took a lot of strength. Two different types of women. There's a type of woman who turns to Christ in these times, who feels passionately about her causes, but still turns to Christ. And then there's people like you that feel your cause is so important that you don't care about the value of human life. You don't care what you have to do to get your point across. You don't care who you have to hurt along the way. Well, I'll tell you one thing. You sure will never be an Erica Kirk.
Powerful. Just saying. Antifa is done. Finish. This is what we all voted for. Just I don't know who did that. Hold on. Who was that? Phoenix. I am following. Trump reportedly designating Antifa as terrorists. Me watching all the libtards, comedians getting canceled, and Antifa freaks getting jailed.
Well, I'm a punk rocker, yes I am.
Oh my God, skinny Antifa snowflakes trying to show white liberal Karens how to obstruct ICE officials in Chicago. Might just be the funniest video of 2025. Hold on a second.
I gotta get low.
Mask.
But I stayed up. That's the point, right?
Perfect music, by the way.
I love Nazis. The fucking fascism is great. The brown people bother me.
Oh God, it's hilarious. Throwback to Antifa trying to attack an American Patriot classic. Big Debo, he got knocked the fuck out. I'm just saying. You gotta love it. God, I just, oh God, this is gonna be fun. Hey, Mark Carney, when are you going to designate Antifa as a terrorist organization here in Canada? You might want to get on that. Canada.
Whoa! Motherfucker! Hey! Hey! Come back here again! Come back to this neighborhood again! Come back here again! Yeah? Come back here! I will. Come back here! Come back here again! Come back here again! I'm yours! I'm yours!
You mind?
Are you the fucking famous?
Police raise millions by letting citizens use tear gas at Antifa for $5. Babylon B, they got a story. You know what? I meant to save it. I'll get it in a second. It's actually pretty funny. Did you hear they label Antifa terrorists? We going to Arizona. Load up. Breaking: liberals march down New York City with Antifa flags. They should all be arrested.
Hit this thing, though. This looks kind of cool.
Hey? Yeah. I enjoy in Europe. Yeah, I was in Perpignan. I feel like this is the show.
Yeah. This is Antifa. Antifa kills. Abolish Antifa. Yep. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Leave. Oh, come on, mouse. Damn it. In Liverpool, the Antifa is chased away by patriots.
Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Get over there! Fucking get over there! You fucking bastard! He's crying! You fucking fucking muppet! He's not crying! He's crying over there! Get over there! Fuck off!
I'm telling you, Antifa doesn't exist. Then who beat me up, beat me on the head with fiberglass gloves and made my brain bleed? Remember this? Andy No, he used to be undercover, I believe it was.
In here in a moment and they'll start punching you. And Andy No, as we watch this video, Democrats want to tell us Antifa doesn't exist. They just punched you in the face here.
Look at this, Stinchfield.
Yeah, not only did they punch me on the face and head, they were wearing gloves that were reinforced with fiberglass so that my brain bled and I was hospitalized and nearly died. So I would like to tell that story to the Democrats. I would like to tell them about the stories of people who have been killed by Antifa, like Aaron Danielson in Portland, Oregon in 2020, who was a Trump supporter who was assassinated by an Antifa gunman who left behind a manifesto and made references to Antifa, very similar to Antifa references, by the way, on the rifle cartridges that were found near the Charlie Kirk assassination site.
Let me show people some.
Disgusting. I don't care about losing followers for saying this, but I believe the climate is just fine. There are only two sexes, not genders, sexes. Islam is incompatible with the West. Antifa is a terrorist organization. Imagine that. Charlie Kirk is a martyr. Does anyone else feel the same? Yes. The British patriot. Imagine that. Trump had enough. J6, no arrest. 2020, no arrest. COVID, no arrest. Butler, no arrest. Otto Penn, no arrests. Benghazi, 13 hours. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Great movie. It'll piss you off. Russiagate, no arrests. Antifa funding. Hopefully we find some arrests very soon. Doge findings, no arrests, etc. Why we don't trust DC and won't until people pay. Get to work, Pam. I said this the other day. Pam needs to do her job. I get it. And you know, at first when she was talking, you know, I was like, okay, he picked someone who has cojones and is going to do her job. Yet, all this evidence and nobody's arrested yet. Pam? I don't know. I think this is probably the only pick Trump has messed up on. I'm just saying. She hasn't done her job. I'm not blaming Bongino or Patel. She's Attorney General. What's going on? There's something going on. I don't know. We will take steps to designate Antifa as a terrorist organization in Hungary. They've attacked peaceful people in the streets, leaving some severely injured, then have the audacity to scold us from the European Parliament. This is unacceptable. We applaud President for taking the lead, calling them what they are, terrorists.
Hogy tegyük mi is ezt itt Magyarországon. Az Antifa igenis egy terrorszervezet. Ide jöttek Magyarországra is.
Just saying, all over the world, they are not playing with these communist Antifa fuckers anymore. Sorry about the swear. Wannabe. That was fun. Citizens standing up against Antifa in Seattle. When does this happen? June.
Are you here for the immigrants? I represented immigrants for free in court. I'm an attorney and I represent immigrants for free in court. You're not here for the immigrants. You're here for yourself and your own purpose. No, I'm not. I'm not okay with the cops mistreating you. I respect your rights. No, that's not true. I volunteered for immigrants. At El Centro de la Raza, I volunteered to give free legal advice to immigrants. I'm actually doing something. Okay, I understand, but I have actually represented immigrants in court. Violence is not the answer. No one's getting violent, dumbass. Destruction of...
Okay. And breaking 4, what is it? What, September 20th? 4 mass Antifa radicals wearing keffiyehs, I don't know how to say that, have been arrested in Montreal after attempting to disrupt a peaceful rally by parents concerned about dangerous gender ideology. Yep. I ran for my life too. This is Andy No. I don't know. Okay, no comment on that one. I can see why the USA is classified Antifa as a major terrorist organization. Just look at them in Germany. This is Germany. They're international. They got to go. Canada, there's no such thing as Antifa. Okay. Boom. This American patriot waved the American flag right in the faces of Antifa after they came to cause chaos at a Charlie Kirk vigil.
My bitch look like Nikki from the back. That's the bitch. Bitch, I got the city on my back. Get the shoot and everything. I feel like...
All right. You know, I got to say, honestly, I'd probably be in jail if I get confronted by Antifa people. I'm just saying, a bunch of... Ugh. Anyway, yeah, more than an idea. You know, I wish I had more time, but as usual, I don't. I never do. Trust me, if I could do this, you know, I want to do this more. It's just my work schedule. You know, if it wasn't that I had the work schedule that I did or had 3 jobs, I'd be here at different times so I could maybe have a few more viewers because I know it's early. I get it. 6:30 a.m. It's early, but I'm up. I'm at one of my jobs at like 3:15, 3:30. I get out of there at 5:45, finish editing and doing whatever so I can come on here. And as I said, FUPA, sorry about the FUPA earlier. Put my face. I forgot to turn the mic on again. It's been a while. The last time I did that, I just deleted the whole video. But see, I haven't experienced Antifa around me yet. I feel sorry when I do, not for myself. Just saying. But and listen, you know, experience. Long time ago, when I was in the gang stuff, and I'm talking about long, I think I was 17, 18, when I just turned 17 or 18. This is personal experience. It was over something really stupid. And like I said, I was 18. It was over some kind of game console that somebody was supposed to pay my brother he sold to. And something happened where this was going back and forth. And the guy that owed my brother money, I fought the guy one-on-one. And I kicked his ass. You know, and next you know, 8 of his brothers caught up to me about 2 blocks away. Now, People still talk about that till this day. It's funny because I think I talked to someone recently and they was like, I still remember that night almost 30 years ago. Shit, I think it was over 30 years ago when I got jumped by 8, 9 guys, all brothers. And I got away, but I fought my ass off. And I was still into the martial arts strongly, heavily. I wasn't an MMA fighter because MMA wasn't about. But I got to be honest. If any of those guys had sticks, guns, bottles, I probably wouldn't make it. They didn't. Thank God. But I'm saying I'm stronger now. Oh, man. I'm sorry. Negative thoughts in my mind. Antifa. Yeah, terrorist organization. Love it. Gotta love it. And listen. Let's see what happens. As I said, Pam Bondi, do your job. Let's see. I hope things start changing. That thing that happened yesterday. I watched on and off yesterday. There was football on, but I had my phone watching the whole event yesterday. Remembering Charlie Kirk. I heard some of it, didn't hear some of it. Obviously, I heard Erica Kirk. It is what it is. Michelle. And it was powerful, especially when Erica Kirk spoke, especially when Trump hugged her. There were others that had strong, strong messages, but the most powerful thing all night was when Erica said she forgave the murderer, piece of shit. I told my wife that, and she was like, what? She was like, I'm in jail. But, that's just us. Anyway, evil thoughts out of my mind. Antifa. Can't get more evil than that. I'm just saying. It is what it is. But that was a quick one. Alex Stein. A couple months ago, I was a little pissed off at him, and I posted a video talking shit. But, and not just because everything that's going on. I was pissed off about a few things. He was on Tim Pool, and I thought he said a few racist things that sounded kind of dumb and ignorant. But, he wrote and said, it's just a joke, dude. I get it. It was a joke, but sometimes you got to be careful, especially when you're lying. And the joke was lying. It was lies. It was not based on facts. But anyway, still, he's conservative. And right now, we got to stick together. The right, not the wrong. I don't mean right as in right wing. I mean right as in right-minded, conservative people with common sense, people righteous, God-fearing, patriotic Americans. We're fighting evil right now. However that may be, with prayer, not condoning violence, but if we have to defend ourselves, guess what? Sorry. It is what it is. Just saying. But anyway, Alex Stein, I saw his video. I think it's about a year old. I gotta share this. I gotta go out like this. It's hilarious. It is awesome. This is probably something I do. This is so awesome. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw this. So I'm gonna go out like that. Michelle, thanks again for being real. I hope a bunch of other Michelles or Michaels, two genders, join in and talk shit and do whatever. Help me out. Support the channel by following, subscribing, liking, sharing my shit. Yep. Just saying. But anyway, streaming on 3, Facebook, Rumble. If you don't have Rumble, download a great app to have. There were several times where I almost said goodbye to YouTube, ScrewTube, because they do kind of like censor or whatever. They're kind of funny. I'm always getting a little copyright label because something I posted. But I'm just glad the other day I shared 2 of Tom's songs, Tom McDonald, and it wasn't stricken or copyright, blah, blah, blah. Gotta take it out. They didn't take them down, so I'm glad. Excuse me. I'm off the rest of the day today. Usually Mondays I work early morning, come on here, and then I go home and take a nap or whatever. But today, no nap for me today. I gotta try to play mechanic. My car keeps breaking down. Little crappy car that just wants to die, but I can't let it die because it's the only other car we have, and we need 2 cars in the house. Took out the radiator yesterday. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic. I'm trying. Got to do it. Internet. So now today I got to go pick up a used one and put it on, and hopefully I don't F up. Because if I do, I don't know. But anyway, Michelle, peace out. Love you guys. Take care. Please subscribe. Please share. Please like. Thumbs down. Like. Talk shit. Whatever. Still a free country. We are all Charlie Kirk. I say over and over. I wish I could do more. Trust me. I wish I could. And again, stay true to the red, white, and blue. Love you guys. Latest anyway. Alex Stein. Check it out. This is the best. This is a really good way to go out. You want to laugh? You definitely are going to laugh. Latest.
See, this guy keeps on trying to bump me every time I walk by.
You what?
Dude, I'm walking down the street.
I'm standing here. I'm allowed.
Let him go sideways. Get out of my...
Alright, Alex, you need to leave.
I'm not leaving, guys. You guys...
Did you see that guy just get pushed down like a wuss wearing a mask? Seriously, what is it with the masks? I just gotta say, and they still wear them. I gotta literally dedicate a whole episode to masks. Start taking pictures and videos. Alex Stein.
Guys, you're trying to get in my way. I'm here on a public street. Get out of my way. Oh my God, guys, I'm so scared. The Antifa, they brought their play guns, their squirt guns. Oh my God, your arts and crafts time. Did this mess up your arts and crafts time? You guys gonna be able to go home and play with your arts and crafts?
Why is it so tiny?
Look how scary they are. Oh my God, this guy's so scared. I'm so scared. He's got his gun, his big gun. He's a big bad guy. Oh my God, I'm so happy you're protecting these children so they can go get indoctrinated and go in there for transgender story time. You're such a good American. God bless this guy. Look at him. I'm scared.
How dare you?
I mean, these people, these are the real cowards. They're hiding behind their masks. They got their little guns. They think they're so tough. We're at a bookstore here in Denton, Texas, where they're trying to do drag queen story hour. And of course, the typical people here with their masks on, not able to actually stand up for what they believe in because they're all cowards. Officer, you think it's unusual they have their assault weapons like that out here in front of a place like this? Is that normal? No comment.
Probably because she supports BLM and their cause. That's why she's sitting there with a face hating.
Dude, I'm walking down the street.
I'm standing here. I'm allowed.
Let him go sideways. Get out of my...
Alright, Alex, you need to leave.
I'm not children. But see, these are the real scaredy cats. They gotta walk around with a gun. They can't handle themselves like a real man. All right, guys, I just want to announce I'm Primetime 99 Alex Stein, and I love y'all, even though you guys don't love me, and I know you guys probably love children a little too much, but I'm very empathetic to you guys. I love you guys. Even these guys with the guns, I feel sorry that you guys were probably abused as children, and I really hope you guys get the mental health care that you guys deserve. I love you guys. God bless you all. I love you guys. I love your rights. I think you guys are great. We need to actually transition more children. We need more drag queen story time for elementary school kids.